Wow. Wow, what a game in Seattle today. Let's drop the normal introduction because I am still absolutely shocked by what happened. The Green Bay Packers dominated for 3.5 quarters of that game. Now, their offense wasn't too great, and they definitely left a lot of points on the table, which kind of set up the finish. But, I mean, Seattle's offense had nothing, but Russell Wilson, man. Russell Wilson's a special kid. I mean, that's all you can say, man. But that comeback is one of the craziest postseason games you will ever see. You know, it's just cool to witness games like that, man. Being a sports fan, that's what you want to do. You just want to see games like that. You want to witness games like that. You want to say, oh, hey, I saw that game, you know? And, man, did we see a hell of a game. One improbable comeback. Packers fans, you know, I feel bad for Packers fans because that was just a heartbreaking finish. And, you know, even though Rodgers didn't have the greatest game, it was a pretty good game considering he played against Seattle. But he didn't really do much wrong, man. He got the team in field goal range. They just never got the ball in overtime. We're playing with the Seahawks, by the way, here, trying to punch it in for an early touchdown. We ran some little triple option early on, just trying to get Marshawn involved, trying to get the thread of the run established. Second down and goal here. That read option goes nowhere, but third down and goal at the 6. We end up finding Doug Baldwin for the touchdown. But yeah, I mean, Rodgers, he didn't do anything wrong. He just never got the ball in overtime. If the Packers get the ball first in overtime, you know, Earl Thomas was banged up. Richard Sherman's playing with one arm. The defense still playing well, but all this stuff going on. And Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers, who knows? Different game. But Seattle won the coin toss, or you can say the Packers lost the coin toss, and they picked the thing. And Russell Wilson, it definitely, I tweeted this as soon, like right before overtime started. It reminded me exactly of the Denver-Seattle game that happened earlier this year. Peyton Manning led the team in an improbable drive to get points, tie the game up, send the game to overtime. Then he never got the ball to see what happened. And that's what happened again. But that's the thing. Russell Wilson was the reason why they never got the ball. Again, in overtime, in the clutch, Russell Wilson came through. And he's just one of those guys you want on your team when the game is in a close situation. Because it's hard to pick against him. He just makes plays with his feet, with his legs, and, of course, with his mind. Russell Wilson is just that dude, man. Not a great quarterback. He threw 4 interceptions. All right, let's not take away from that. Threw 4 interceptions. 2 of them were drops by Curse that ended up in someone's hands, deflections. But as I don't know what Cam Chancellor's catching rate or jumping rating is in this game, but they definitely had to increase it after that divisional round game. But I mean, man, you could easily. I mean, Seattle should be home right now. Seattle should be, you know, staying home and watching the Super Bowl, watching the Packers play the Super Bowl. Whoever wins the AFC title game, but. You know, they got that one. I mean, they had a couple chances in the fourth quarter, and the Packers stymized them. But, you know, eventually Marshawn gets that big play in the wheel route, kind of a little mini pick play. Not really a pick play because it wasn't, you know, the guy didn't really set a pick, but it kind of was. Marshawn gets that ball. Russell Wilson makes a few plays. And then the onside kick. That's what everybody's going to be talking about. There's these plays in overtime everybody's talking about. The picked up flag and the Dallas game. The other Dallas game, the no catch with Dez Bryant. And now this right here is going to be right up there with him. Now that dude, he's going to have to live with that for a while. The guy who dropped the onside kick as we actually muff a punt return here with Baldwin. Kind of like the way Baldwin fumbled. Baldwin, you know, he had a fumble, but he made it up in overtime. And Jermaine Kearse, dude was like, I think Russell Wilson, every single one of his interceptions was targeting Kearse as we are in safety territory here. So, on third down, we're just going to try not to get the safety and run the ball here. Run a little counter. Turbin was in the game instead of Marshawn for whatever reason. But it's all right. We're just going to punt the ball. We're up 21 points. We're good with that. But, yeah, that onside kick, that was just... Once that happened, you're like, oh, boy, Packers are in trouble. Russell Wilson starting to get the little bit the clutch gene going. Marshawn Lynch got established. And then Marshawn led him to the touchdown. But then it's like, Marshawn actually scored too soon. You know, like, Marshawn definitely scored too soon. They got all their timeouts, over a minute. Aaron Rodgers, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb. You know, maybe they just get the straight-up touchdown. And then Mason Crosby had to make a long field goal as he goes for a 4th and 3. Might as well go for 4th and 3. You're down, 3 possessions there. So that was a good call by him, and he ended up getting the touchdown there. But, yeah, I mean, you got to, you know, think they might get a touchdown. Then Mason Crosby has the long field goal. He makes it. Clutch kick there. But then the Packers offense just never saw the ball back. And in my mind, I'm thinking, if Seattle somehow, some way pulls this game out of their ass, this was their bad game in the playoffs. This was their bad game, and how do you... they're not going to play that bad again in the Super Bowl. I really, really doubt it. Russell Wilson's not throwing 4 picks and stuff like that. They're going to have a better game plan to fix that up. And, I mean, how do you pick against them in the Super Bowl? Patriots, that would be a good game against the Colts. Who knows? They might just shut down Andrew Luck, man. I just can't believe they won the game. I just like everyone else can't believe it. I'm sure like I said, Packers fans in complete disbelief. Seattle fans, the non-bandwagon ones, I'm sure the bandwagon ones are going crazy. Like, yeah, we won again. But the non-bandwagon ones are like, dang, man, the Seattle curse is lifted. Seattle was so used to getting boned in these kind of games. They're just so used to getting screwed, and now they're winning these kind of games. So, you know, I mean, just what happens when you have Russell Wilson, that quarterback, Sherman, the one-arm bandit. But that's going to be a story, though. How big is the Sherman injury as they go to the Super Bowl? Earl Thomas, you know, I don't think he's too banged up. Sherman, though, that's going to be another story. He might one-arm that thing again. And this game's starting to get a little bit nervous here. 2nd down and 12. We take off with Russell Wilson. Thankfully, he doesn't fumble there. I was trying to get a block from Marshawn. Marshawn didn't give me. And now a big 3rd down and 6 here. A chance for him to come up with a stop at the corner route. Burns the man coverage there. Burnett on Lockett. I'll take that matchup, and we were able to take advantage of it. Next play, Russell Wilson. Definitely taking advantage of his scrambling abilities out here, but unfortunately, overthrows ball win there. A little bit of a sloppy game, but we got to keep the ball to Marshawn Lynch and let him do his thing. And Marshawn Lynch, and I don't really run triple option too much, but I definitely ran quite a bit of it in this game, just trying to mess around, because I knew there's any team that could run triple option. Probably the Seattle team with beast mode and Russell Wilson. So we were doing that, but unfortunately, you know, it's not 3rd down and like goal at the 16-yard line. We're kind of screwed here, but we were actually finding ball in for a touchdown. That's the 2nd 3rd down. We found ball in for a touchdown. It's like all these plays, man. All these touchdowns, we're just barely getting them. So I guess I'll take it. But that was a huge play there, because he was getting back in the game, and we were struggling a little bit on offense. We were held to a few 3rd downs, but we ended up getting it. So for the Packers, they really did play a good game, though. That's the thing that you have to hate for the Packers. They played a really good game, and they get the onside, GG, but they didn't get it. You can't pretend they got the onside, because you know what? They didn't get the onside. We run the flea flicker here to Baldwin. Baldwin having a pretty big game here. He's getting quite a few of our receptions right now as I'm trying to look for anyone, but oh, wait. Nah, I do find someone. I was going to take off of Russell Wilson, but I waited just a little bit. Brought the guy down, as many people do when they run around the quarterback in Madden. And here, he abandons the left side and leaves a wide open lane for Russell Wilson. I guess he figured, you know, all the receivers were running right side. He runs right side, and, you know, he just left it the wrong time there. And Russell Wilson, again, scrambling all around the place. So, yeah, I mean, that's it, man. Seattle won. Seattle won. And it's like some of those throws, Russell Wilson made some really good throws, man. He just, in overtime, in the clutch, he did what he had to do. And Aaron Rodgers never got to touch the ball, just like that Peyton Manning game. Is 4th down and 16. He runs a fake punt, and watch this. Right over my head. Actually, doesn't catch it. I didn't get an animation there, but whatever. I mean, this game is pretty much a wrap right now. He's running the ball lazy. I'm okay with him running the ball lazy, though I believe, yeah, he gets out of bounds. That's what I'm not okay with. But he wants to run the ball lazy. That is fine with me. Run up the middle, get a kill shot from Bobby Wagner. That is cool. So, you know, Packers O-line was really good this game. Packers defense, all defensive players, really good this game. It just didn't win. Now, Seattle, they didn't really get much of a pass rush. And, you know, you're playing against Tom Brady or Andrew Luck. You need to get a pass rush because, you know, they're Tom Brady and Andrew Luck. Enough said. So, that's going to have to be looked at a little bit. But maybe it's just the Packers' offensive line was just so good this year. They got T.J. Lang, Josh Sitton, the rookie Lindsley, what's his face? The dude on the outside, Bulaga. They have a lot of really good offensive linemen. So maybe it's just they have a really good offensive line, and Seattle's pass rush was kind of, you know, like more than neutralized, just taken out. But who knows, man? Who knows? Now, like I said, they got their bad game out the way. There's no way they're playing a game worse than they did today, and they still won. The only thing, though, is the Packers early on in this game had a chance to run away with this one. Absolutely just run away with it, put up like 21 points in the first quarter, but there were a few 4th downs that McCarthy decided, let me take the field goal, let me play it safe, and yeah. I mean, against this Seattle offense, I would have went for that 4th and 1 earlier. Maybe you don't go for the 4th and 1 against Dallas or teams like that with good offenses that are in the playoffs, but because like they did it earlier in the playoffs against Dallas, I believe, but against Seattle, I mean, might as well if you don't get it. Like, Seattle's really going to go 99 yards. It's not the 4th quarter yet. Russell Wilson's beast mode isn't activated. But they took their points, and they played it safe, and now they're going home. So, that's about it. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's probably still going to win MVP this year, so that's that. But it's another playoff exit for Rodgers. He's good. He got his 1 ring in 2010, but now they go home again. And we'll just see how long Green Bay can continue bringing out these good players. The one thing about Green Bay is, though, they draft really well. So, you know, they probably should be good again next year. But the Seahawks team, man, the team of destiny, maybe. They were the team of destiny last year. I don't know what the hell they are this year. They're just freaking lucky this year, man. That 2-point conversion, like, I don't know how Quentin Dix didn't get that. But in the end, we'll just be ready for a Super Bowl, man. We'll be ready for another Super Bowl with Seattle in it. I mean, it's going to be in Arizona, so I mean, a lot of Arizona fans might be there that might boo the Seahawks, though. There's usually not too many, like, Arizona people, just, like, whoever can get tickets, but we'll just see what happens in that Super Bowl. So, hope you guys leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Madden 15 online games, and I'll catch you guys next time.